Team Empire's turn to ban. Dire Team ban.
Welcome back, everybody, here to No Diggity versus Team Empire. Team Empire, they just had their 1-1 result coming up in their last series, and now No Diggity, their first series of the qualifier, led by their captain, Cinderin.
5 seconds.
Her
remaining.
captain, my captain.
Captain Cinderin and his loyal crew, Koikwa, Yapsor, Era, and Kezu.
Team
Actually, a
Empire's
very
turn
fearsome
to
squad.
ban.
And I think Empire, sure, they looked great in that second game against Kaipi, but they need to come in strong here as well, because you cannot underestimate No Diggity. They have a few things that they play extremely well. I don't think they vary their drafts
10
all that
seconds
much.
remaining.
They could, of course, have prepared something for qualifiers in particular, but they have a few things they just execute so well, they don't need to mix it up too much.
Yeah. And it's actually probably like one of the easiest early bans for Team Empire. Take out that lone druid. No Diggity
Yep.
always seems to have this, like, we take one good fight, and then we push the towers down.
Yes.
And
10 seconds.
the lone
remaining.
druid just lets them do that. It's like they can have like 3 horrendous fights, and then they get one
5
good one, and they just take
seconds
all your map control.
They're one of those teams that just do so much with the Lone Druid, and they also do so much with the
Team
Furion,
Empire's
and they
turn to
love to
pick.
play Kezu's Void. They truly love it. And here we go
Team
again. They got first
Empire's
pick it,
turn to
even when Doom is available, and Empire gonna gladly snag up that Doom, and may even go into the starter again here. They've played 2 games in a row. They have first picked it 2 games in a row, in fact. And yeah, we could just see it here.
10 seconds remaining.
But they're gonna go with the Batrider Doom combo.
Dire
Alright.
Team pick.
Taking a little page out of the Kaipi book here, the draft book. Not
Okay.
too sure about what they want to do later on, but I mean, Doom and Batrider work in so many different scenarios. They
10
truly fit
seconds
most type of lineups. The only thing they don't really do is like massively push. But even
5
then,
seconds
Doom brings a
remaining.
lot of auras. Batrider, he brings that potential pick off, which leads to push.
Reserve
So
time.
I think a good opening.
By the way, guys, hopefully the stream is going to start working. Like, obviously, hey, yep. We're good. All right, we have to wait for the 5-minute delay. So I apologize to everyone for the stream going down. For some reason, we were stuck on a blank layer. We don't see this because there's 5 minutes worth of delay until it hits the Twitch server. So it doesn't make any sense to us why that happened. Then we restarted, but then 5 minutes later, for it to catch up, and we can't instantly restart it. So
Some people were having issues and some people were not. It seemed like we tried to restart it. And
we were having issues
yeah.
watching it from our PCs here as well.
That's
so
when,
it was really odd. Like,
to be sure, restarting it during the downtime was probably a good choice anyway, you know. But it seems
Yeah.
to be up and running and doing good. So
yes,
that's nice.
that's the upside. Everything seems to be working beautifully on our side screen. And shout out to all those people out there also answered. We double checked the Dota
Team
TV was
Empire's
working, and
turn
yeah,
to
it's the quote for Invoker, bro.
Koikwa Invoker, it's happening again. Invoker, of course, for anyone who gets confused, did get nerfed in many different ways, but not really one detrimental nerf that's gonna like completely put him out of the game. Just minus 4
10 seconds
intelligence, you know, just some minor inconveniences,
5
like you can
seconds
purge the
remaining.
cold snap, you have a little bit of a casting point on all your spells. It really doesn't matter that much.
Reserve time.
And just, you know, buffs to a lot of the magic resistance in the game.
It may disrupt Qualifiers rhythm, but
Dire
like
team
Qualifier is
back.
showing time and time again on an Invoker that it's very difficult to actually disrupt him as just the Invoker player. So a small little delay on some things, it's not going to make a huge difference. I'm still waiting to see like how they combo with their supports.
It's gonna be a Bane. I mean, I
10
can feel it,
seconds
dude. If they don't ban Bane, it's gonna be the Bane, Faceless Void, Invoker. It's gonna be so no
I-
diggity draft that you've never seen it before, dude.
I don't know. I'd actually be happy not to see the Bane in this game.
No,
Team
dude. All the way.
Empire's
Bane.
turn.
Because I would actually go for something else like a Vengeful Spirit.
Mhm.
That way you at least like start to increase the damage and couple it with something like a Chen. So then you've got like this pushing power, you get more summons, and then you pick up your safe lane if you're era.
Nah, dude. Chen just disgusts me. He's actually worthless now, I think.
Really?
Yeah, he
Oh,
doesn't...
how about an Enchantress? Oh wait, she was banned. Balls.
Well,
By No Diggity themselves. The
Sure.
combo hero with the Faceless Void, he got banned.
Dude, they know what they want. They got their eyes on the
10
price. They're gonna get the
seconds
Tiny
remaining.
for Era. They're gonna get the Bane for Cinderin. They got this in the bag, dude.
5 seconds
The drafts,
remaining.
they know what they want.
The
I do
bag.
like the respect ban on the Enigma though, against the Yapzor, because he has played one beastly Enigma in a few games and just, you know, completely dominated.
Technically, both can be respect bans for both the Mirana and the Enigma, even if Era has been playing around with the Mirana too.
Yeah, definitely.
They were actually one of the very few teams that ran Mirana as a one position before the Aghanims change kicked in,
Yeah.
which, by the way, is
Well,
crap.
this is something Eras hasn't done in a long time. He used to play. It's a very Swedish thing actually. A lot of like old Swedish teams love the.
How do you know what a
characters in
Swedish
Mirana.
thing is? You're not even part of Sweden.
Oh wow.
You're part of Skåne.
Wow, dude. Well, we're working on our independence, you know.
Dire team
Oh, hello. Nature's Prophet kicks in, which means Scandal, Batrider mid, and a 4th position Doom more than likely will be where I. Yeah, it's a reborn thing.
It's reborn.
Sorry, for people out there that's wondering what the hell Wagger is up to, I'm gonna show you right now.
Look at the Wrath of
I-
Nature icon. Wow,
this-
high quality.
This is what
HD.
this is what happens. Oh, I also realized too, we're on the main stream, but they only take my raw camera, so when I remove the layer, they don't see that.
They're like, why is he looking at this?
Whoops. I'm sorry, mainstream.
Ah,
I bet you the voice sitting there on the panel going, "What the fuck are they
cares
doing?"
about mainstream, dude.
Yeah, obviously this is the mainstream.
I mean, they're here poking. Look at that. They're bringing the bench.
Hi.
Alright.
I'm just gonna say, bro,
Alright.
I've known Cinderin ever since he was in diapers. Meaning he was actually wearing diapers at probably the age of like 22, but that's
Probably.
Nope. It's just Cinderin.
Yeah. We still love him though.
When you play with Kebab, you gotta take all the precautions you possibly can.
Dear God.
Wah!
Well, it is a good reaction pick to the Batrider here as well. And they have more setup, you know, you can just mess with the enemy in a ton of different ways. And I wouldn't want to be the one to play Windrunner against Invoker, Faceless Void, and Vengeful.
Yeah,
Some
that's
scary spells.
that is really scary. And wait. So how are they gonna lane all of this?
Well, it seems that they're just gonna run. I mean, they're greedy, but I think they're just gonna run a support Windrunner, or they're actually doing a jungle.
I haven't seen a support Windrunner in a very long time, and I doubt Empire's gonna want to go for that. That's gonna be a Doom 4.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do? Like Doom and
Right, you run Wind Ranger in the mid, Nature's Prophet safe lane, Batrider off lane.
yeah, but then you're running those as you have 3 cores.
Yeah.
Really, 3 int heroes? I don't know, dude. I'm not. I feel like Empire are on too much of a roll to just throw it away with those 3 as your main course. I don't know.
It
We'll see how it goes.
feels odd. But like, what
Yeah.
what else do you do? Like unless you push both, like you run a jungle Prophet at a 4 position Doom, but then everything gets really crowded in the jungle. You can't do that.
You can always go for carry Doom, you know, bring in the Papa Doom, the
You
big Doom.
yeah, you could, but
If you really want to say screw you to Void, you can always do this. It's an option.
yeah. But then no Diggity are running a Venomance like safe lane. There's Keizu, he is their Void player time and time again, and he will play it in this game. So you're running up against a Venomance a safe lane, Invoker mid, and a Faceless Void off lane. You can say screw you to the Void, but if Void gets his Chronosphere off at the start, like he will have the ultimate last laugh.
Well, I'm not so convinced that it's gonna be. Are they actually for sure gonna have Venomance farming though? Yeah. Because I thought Bench and Veno could be a good support duo. You have the slow, you have the stun, and Clinks. I just don't feel Era would be a Veno player. Never saw him as a snake. But they're gonna go into Clinks. I mean, they obviously were watching the previous 2 games by Empire. Clinks was really crucial for them in that past game. And what did he play against? He did play against the Doom and the Batrider, a pretty similar draft in many ways. So if they do get the initiation with a Void jump, Clinks can always be there to provide the damage. They could bring down the Doom. And once the Clinks gets the MKB, Windrunner is not gonna be happy.
I always get iffy about like a
Holy
lineup with
sigh.
only one stun in their supports. Like the control factors of no Diggity are really low. Like if they get a good if they waft their chrono, then it all comes down to like Invoker and the VS. Like you may get like the ulti off, but I prefer more hard disables, especially for a team that has been running like Mirana, Bane, like these like so heavy on disables. It's a little bit more out of character for no Diggity.
Yeah. I mean, sure, but
I can still see the synergy. I can still see the synergy. It just feels odd to see no Diggity do that.
I think they're still fine. They have tons of disables through Invoker and Faceless Void. It's gonna be fine. I mean, sure, you only had the Venge stun in the early game, sort of, but that's all you really need. The Venomancer kind of forces out TPs anyway, and if Venge is there, she can break them.
Mm-hmm.
So that works out pretty well. Also, I don't think you need to have too many stuns if Clinks just gets his damage items. He can kill people in a short duration lockdown.
I wonder if it's also worthwhile going for the Orchid into item creation.
The Bloodthorn?
The Bloodthorn, that's the one. I can remember
That's the
Bloodthorn. Because it's really good up against Wind Ranger.
It's good, but it's not an item you ever want to rush. Like, that's from having played a ton of games on the new patch. A lot of people are just itemizing wrong on Windrunner, on Clinks, on.
It's going to be easier than building a Monkey
just-
King bar early on, though.
It is, but it's still not great. It's still a ton of money being invested into one of the most expensive items in Dota. Yes, Dagon is more expensive, max upgrade. But it gives no survivability. Nothing. Nada. And that much money. Look at last game. What do you see the Clinks do? He went Desolator into just getting, BKB and Lincolns.
Yeah.
Like, getting the actual survivability. And that's what I mean. If you invest a lot of gold into only damage, you might find some issues later on.
And it's also like, when you think about the game, it's not like we ever sat there going, he doesn't really have enough damage in a team fight.
Yeah.
Like, it was still
Never
3 or
said
4
that
hitting
about a
someone.
Clinks.
Yeah.
Literally never. But I know
in fact, we said the exact opposite. It's like, he doesn't need to build a damage dealing item because he's looking like absolutely fantastic.
To be fair, in this game, there's no Slaughter with extreme minus armor for him, so he will need to carry his own on the damage output. But there should also be the Sunstrikes to carry some weight, and we'll see how it goes. But I just don't think Bloodthorn is an item that you rush on almost any hero. Like, you need to buy the Desolator build up with Aquila and Soul Ring. Works better.
Oh,
Do you get emotionally invested when you see Cinderin play a game, Toby?
no.
Is there no feelings?
Wait, I probably shouldn't have answered that quickly.
Cinder is gonna watch these VODs, later. He's gonna be crying.
You're like, for anyone who actually tuned into the original Warcraft casts, like Warcraft 3 Dota version casts, normally when Cinderin cast, it was like, because he was casting with me like a lot back in those days. We basically said that it was free for all.
30 seconds to
So if you cast a caster, like, it's a free-for-all kind of thing. So for most of the game, we actually just sat there talking about how bad Cinderin was. Even if he was doing something which was so good and so right.
So it's like today.
It was literally like today. Like,
Alright.
it's the reason why I do what I do. Like, I'm a big fan of, like, keeping traditions alive.
Oh yeah, we are.
So whenever a caster plays, like, it's the same kind of thing like if you cast Blitz playing a competitive game. It's the same kind of thing.
Of
but,
course.
But normally, like, Blitz has less to pick on.
Yeah. True.
Cinderin, like, it's just Blitz's role mainly that
Blitz
does
is
that.
a hard target.
Yeah, he really is. Like, that guy understands Dota better than any other commentator, like, in our scene. So.
Apart from me, I know it better.
Oh, really,
I know it better
Marga?
than Blitz.
I don't think I'm gonna give you that one, bro.
Dude, I do.
Like, Blitz is like, he's a wizard, Harry.
He's a wizard? I don't know. I saw that draft against Evan Novas. What is that shit?
Okay, yeah, maybe
Calling him out.
Maybe on the second day of the Ever Qualifier, it wasn't that terrific. on the last day, though, like, it was still a fairly damn good draft. They just missed their timing to push up. Anyway, our lanes are actually happening, so it's a dual off lane. Keizu chipping down a hell of a lot. He's going to have to time walk himself out. They keep ticking. They could actually go for this. That's 5 sticky napalm stacks and Ramses. That movement speed. The tether's coming back off. Keizu, he has to consume up the very fire and the salve into the trees. Ramses was dropping low, but they switch the aggro perfectly. So they kill the Faceless Void. And Empire getting so aggressive with a dual safe lane of Batrider and Io.
Yeah, and he TP's back in here, but I mean, they're just gonna be really on him here. Try and push him off the creep waves a little bit more. We're especially going back for the pull on the big camp as well, denying even more experience. Poor Kezu, man. He did not expect that. Any Wisp combination can be deadly in laning phase. Truly is. one of the scary things to lane against. And Venomancer, Yapsor getting DZ'd here.
Yeah. This is a normal thing for Yap, so.
Really
no,
is.
Diggity are actually one of the teams that have the most amount of pauses, primarily just because of disconnections.
Yeah.
There's only one other team that will make you wait longer. And do you know it off the top of your head? Because I know which one it is, but who makes you wait longer?
Well,
I give you a hint.
Bambo
There's a lot of
does
smoking
make a
addicts
lot
in
of-
their team.
smoking addicts. Oh god. I don't know. Who would you say?
It is Team Liquid.
Oh,
Team
right.
Team Liquid will always have the biggest delays between their games.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's there was a stat released about it at some point. It may have changed since that stat, but still,
The curse is on them now, forever.
just because they like a break in between their matches. You have like teams like EG, for example. They'll stay inside the box and be like they instantly join the next lobby and go, "We're good to go."
Yeah, if they're on a LAN, sometimes they don't even want to walk out of the booth, you know, and just want to keep going.
I think they should get forced to walk out of the booth at TI,
Yeah, they do.
which is
They do.
It's kind of
Some
funny.
teams are against that. They want to stay in there when they're on a roll at least.
Yeah, you
If
keep.
you're losing, you
keep
might want to
momentum.
walk out and, you know, get some air. If you're winning, you feel hot.
Empire already again on the rotation. They're trying to get Maposhka to come in closer. Now, that observer warp is actually the dire. No, the dire ops doesn't see that at all.
No, it does not.
It's the basic vision of the town, but
But-
Maposhka is right on the edge of it.
Synderen, though. Synderen is on the high ground and is decent now.
Yep, you ping it out. The IO, oh, okay, they bring in Nature's Prophet as well. They're bringing in
everyone.
4 heroes to try and find the kill, but Koipa, he's already moved back. Synderen gets a stun. Maposhka tries to run out of here. Yapsor, he doesn't have enough mana for the Gale, but he's still got the Poison Steam, the Sunstrike right on the target. Koipa's going to find that one, as King R will have to tether himself away. Failed gank, and that's a lot of resources committed from Empire
Yeah.
to have a failed movement.
A good thing as well, having the TP ready on the Apsor and having Synderen just be in the neighborhood, they knew that rotation was coming. I mean, it's a Doom. Doom early game on position 4 is gonna do that kind of stuff. Just running at people. It's what happens every single game, so good prediction. And
Yeah.
save the Invoker.
So Era gets more space up on top. You've still got like 3 out of the top 4 net last hits that belong to Team Empire at the moment.
Yeah, they're getting good farm, but I mean, it was also a costly rotation. They moved so many people to that mid lane.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more a matter of
bottom lane. Ramses, Synderen needs the vision, so use the Wave of Terror to start with. Keizu with time dilation tries to change this up, but King R all he's got to do is tether. And Afterlife, welcome back to the fight. Synderen trapped, no tango, can't cut himself free. Keizu actually tried to do it for his teammate,
yeah.
but it was a little bit too late. He had to get around the other side of the sprout in order to get the tango munch.
Yeah, and just that little sprout is enough to help secure the kill. This team is gonna be fine, and that's even more momentum to this safe lane Batrider Wisp combination. And Wisp got him back to base. He has his bottle now. Got that money. That's all he really needs. You don't need many items on the Wisp at all when he's supporting.
This really is like a wonderful, like a lot more action-packed style game when you got like this early rotation from Prophet all the time. Like Barrage said, like, he's getting a really good start in the safe lane, which means we're looking at probably a better timing for the Blink Dagger. So better initiation across the map.
Well, it's the option to go for the extremely heavy items as well. We saw this being done in the China games as well.
So you're thinking like force staff and drums?
Well, no,
And-
like in the Chinese qualifiers, we saw the travels into Blink Dagger just as the startup build, kind of a Bone 7 build where you go travels, but not into the Mask of Madness fully, you know. And it allows the Battler to have a good game for sure, and then he can control the pace of the game.
He's already having a fantastic game.
Well, he has a Wisp as a laning partner.
Yeah.
You always have a fantastic game with that.
It's hard for Revius to also zone out now. Actually, they're diving pretty deep. Is Nature's probably going to come as well? They start the TPs out, time dilation, and they're
too
underneath the tower, way too far. Ramses will drop. Yapsor is the one to rotate over. So King R starts his TP. Have they got enough
he
damage?
died.
Yes, they do. This is so big for the supports as well, because now Yapsor is getting levels as well as Synderen. Not to mention the money.
Some teams are making these over dives, and you know why he died there? That's not a tier 2 tower. That's a tier 3 tower.
No,
It hits really hard.
Not to mention the armor, which also gets applied to no Diggity when they're trying to find the kills.
Exactly. Like, sure, maybe that wouldn't have changed too much the damage when they have so much magic damage from a Batrider, but just that extra damage from the tower itself, it kills off the Batrider so quickly. And you gotta be careful about these new patch changes.
And now with their absence from the lane, you actually notice too the Batrider is waiting in mid lane. He's got a drum charge, but he's got no
He's on a
lasso.
ward.
Yeah, he's sitting on top of an obs. But he's got no lasso, so this movement, I'm interested to see exactly what he's trying to achieve with it.
Well, with the early drums, you can always hope that you're gonna be able to get on top of the enemy, and if you then can TPN, you know, you might be able to force a kill with that, sure. Against the Brown Boots Invoker, he might not be able to run away. But luckily there was a ward for Koikwa, and he's gonna just safely go into jungle and start farming up for his Midas.
Yep.
But tower is being pressured a lot. Yeah. Went on an ulti and Furion summons.
Like, what's your trade-off here? Okay, yeah, you got all those summons in the world, but you got Clinks with searing arrows and strafe.
Yeah.
As far as T1 towers go, you're never really going to win this fight against a Clinks.
Well,
I'm actually more concerned they're giving space to Keizu to reach his level 6.
they are. They're also letting him get a lot of important farm. It's not just the levels, but if he gets power treads early here, that increases his damage output in the Chronosphere so much. Firefly being used here. Maybe Cinderin could be sneaky and go for a pickoff here. But I think they need level 6 on Void first though. Just no way to kill before that.
I'll give it time. Fresh jobs being placed down by King R, so they see Yapzor as well as Era. He's not really going to do much with this, however.
Yeah, and Era, he does have his Aquila and his Soul Ring, so the sustainability items are up for the Clinks. We'll most likely see him by the...
They're TPing bottom.
yes, the treads as well.
Nature's is walking over towards this bottom lane at the moment. And do they see... I think they got a glimpse of Yapzor arriving. As Yapzor makes his way around the trees, yeah.
Well, they definitely saw him now. 7 awards.
With a Plague Ward attack.
Yeah. Spits out the attack on the Furion.
Doom also just hit level 6. With the Sentry Ward inside the lane, they actually have an opportunity to try and kill off Era here.
Yeah, look, one more creep and they will have Faceless Void ulti. So they're trying to go with that timing, but... I mean, he's just not scared at all with this Batrider. He knows 1140 HP is a lot, but he's very far out.
Here they go. Chronosphere up. Gale will connect. The Sunstrike actually gives you the extra damage you require.
Yeah.
And Cinderin will kill secure.
I mean, I could understand him being really close to his tower and staying there, but going all the way up to the enemy tower, he had to feel that something was going to happen. They saw the Venomancer.
There's a lot of heroes missing. But by him coming out, like in a way he does create space, because now Empire instantly TP up to the top lane and take out that tier 1 tower.
I mean, yeah, I guess he did, but he would have created the same space if he just didn't go up there. If he just stays back. And he knows the Venom is there. It's not even heroes being missing, it's just heroes being there.
I'm trying to do what the Monty Python boys always do. Look on the bright side of life. King R, that's 4 hits to death. That's not a bright side of life at all.
Yeah.
He had no option there too. Like, the Clinks was in the perfect position.
Yeah, sometimes you just have nowhere to go. There's no creeps to tether to, and everything is just tough. Era going for more picks here. He's trying.
That's a full armor
Invoker.
Doombringer with 3 points up in Scorched Earth. He needs a little bit of help to do this one.
Yeah.
He'll go Invis again in a moment. The Radiant Obs, it doesn't actually scout him, but it scouts the Yapzor moving up.
It does. Yeah, sure. Just gonna go and claim some experience here on top lane. When you have Clinks on level 6 and plus, you could actually just leave that safe lane and put someone else there to take the experience. So this works out great for Veno. Get those max Veno wards up. And see what they can find in the enemy jungle here. Clink's making his rotation. There is no detection on anyone here.
Laugh if he just managed to find a DD rune. It's actually an Invis rune.
Yeah.
It's bolted up by a Scandal, but they saw King R go into the pit.
With a ward, and he saw him drop the ward as well.
That's gonna be 3 hits, 4 hits.
4 hits again.
Only just had to be 4 hits though.
King R is not having a good day right now. Era is all over this place.
And when Scandal then looks for a kill over on Keizu, like obviously they would have scouted out the fact it was an Invis rune. I'm wondering if they even have enough damage to get the kill here.
They can't burst him immediately, and they don't have any good, like... 1000 HP is a lot to burn through on the Faceless Void, and they don't have enough with level 2 Shackle.
Yeah, and they have to kill him straight away, or else he just time walks off the damage.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why probably Mapochka's been brought down to the bottom lane.
Look at the Era. He has 3 wards on him, on his Clinks. So he's now being given the ward duty, since he's running everywhere, and very hard to detect when he goes somewhere.
It is one thing which, like, no Diggity in their previous games always gave a little bit more off because Syndrome was the one that was, like, taking it for the team, moving out, doing these risky ward kind of positions, but, yeah. It's kind of nice the fact that Syndrome doesn't have to give over these small kills to gain the objectives they were looking for.
Yeah, it does help. And, I mean, Syndrome is also ready with the sentries to de-ward because they saw that ward over at Roshan, but they can't really defend his tower, disrespecting the Batrider being so tanky early on. So just playing around it, waiting for Invoker. They know they need levels more than anything. They just need to get the key levels up. Oh. Game is proceeding pretty carefully here as, you know, when Clink starts getting some kills, you just kind of tighten up your play. Empire, they know they can't keep feeding away kills at this guy.
You mean like this? Actually, does he have enough for Ramses?
No, he doesn't.
Especially when Ramses is still in Firefly, he's always going to get away.
Yeah. I mean, if they did lead with Sunstrike when Batrider still has a predictable movement pattern, then maybe they could kill, but it's still a long shot. He would need like 8 attacks or something plus a Sunstrike. It's a lot. Okay, the smoke movement now, leading in here, Cinderan. They did D-ward as well over at Roche, so who can they find here? Afterlife is a good target.
He is the closest one. They'll probably prefer to get someone like Scandal, but Afterlife will also be fine.
Oh.
As TP's coming towards top lane, that's what Afterlife's headed off to. They want to try and kill off Era. They got the protection off thanks to the dust. They're going to commit Lasso as well.
Oh.
And they just can't get there in time to get any kind of like collateral.
Yeah, and they didn't keep going with their smoke gang as well. They just keep it up, thinking that there was nothing to find if they stayed. They would have got a Scandal as a consolation prize, which would be a good prize. Okay, Clinks goes down once there, so...
The Robs did see Maposhka go up into the tree line. He can TP out, but he's actually not doing it. He's holding on to it. The Sunstrike, it's going to scout out from Invoker. They need a stun. The Vision, there it is. The Cold Snap to go to work. Keizu can hold the Chronosphere because they're going to guarantee kill over on that Doombringer.
Yeah, that's a good return kill for Diggity, but I think the lane pressure is already being applied as well here by Scandal, and I don't know. Maybe this could be a clean tower, I guess, for Diggity. Comes down to if the Windrunner is going to feel really brave, but tier 2 towers are hard to take anyway. Clink's going in as well. Not like he can solo kill Windrunner, but he can take the farm for his Desel.
Yeah. Only for that last Mithril and he's good. And the top tier 1 tower is low enough that Qualifier can push this. We have to keep in mind too that no Diggity have like an amazingly good Roshan lineup. So they just slip themselves in, they grab Roshan, and then they can move into next objectives or fights.
Yeah, we can.
That's why I don't expect these tier 1 towers to survive much longer. Once Era does get that Desolator, like he's just going to catch up on them very quickly.
Yeah, he definitely will. And looking at this bottom lane, they kind of want to kill... Yep, they're going.
Blink. That last two almost didn't reach Era. He got the invis off, he doesn't need the sentry ward. Getting back out of range. Now the Nova coming out from Yapsor, slowing down Ramses. King will successfully TP himself away. But, well, Yap, get out of the fire! Syndra is also almost going to go down. Afterlife's moving forward for the last hit, he won't get it. I don't know exactly what that was all about.
Yep, sure. Actually just ran along the trail that he found. This nice, cozy little trail.
How do you track a Batrider? Follow the fire!
Yes, you know, floor heating. It's a nice thing.
Yeah. In winter. Sunstrike.
Oh,
Gonna miss. The damage
he is
almost
fast, though. He's
enough.
running. The Sprout TP
You can time walk and Chrono if you really want this again, but it looks like now Era can catch him.
Yeah. He does go down in the end. That's a struggle. Doom trying to do something here with the tether move spin.
They got dust.
Oh wow.
I had the tree and block, but now Keizu, perfect Chrono, allows Era to walk out that bloody tree, and however.
The body blocks are real.
Yep. Keizu will time walk up. Era, remember, still only a level 1 Doom, so it's more about the control, as you said in the last game, than really the kill.
Yep. Truly is. It doesn't hurt that much, and he is gonna get burned up and rejoin the fight. A nice swap. Syndran on point.
Yeah, really good for him.
Good
for him. Koifa,
Duels that treant.
Yeah, that happened.
Where's the meteor deafening blast combo, dude? Get rid of him.
I hate trees. I hate trees.
By fire.
Let's make some paper.
Jesus. All about that paper for Tome Knowledge. If I was playing Invoker, I would buy the Tome Knowledge for myself. Screw the supports, dude.
Well, you are meant to be the master of all things magic. Yeah, Era. Again, the Sunstrike though not going to connect, and Afterlife, is the damage going to be enough? I'm wondering if Hero just even like goes Blink Dagger after that. Relocate's coming in. He gets the kill already. The last two will come out. It's the last two before the sticky napalm is really going to go to work. He wants the kill over on King R. He's almost, in fact, he's 4 HP! 4 HP on the IO!
That was close, but he didn't buy his Desolator. He's buying it now, but he lost 300 gold. He could have prevented.
Well, I suppose he gets a little
Goddammit,
bit more money back because they took out the tier 1 tower in the mid.
Yeah. Yep, he does afford it for that.
You kind of want to have the Clinks alive when you start this.
No, they killed us super easily. I mean, it's fine for them to have him dead. Also, the Wisp has no HP at all. He has no business contesting Rush.
This obs is going to last for a grand total of like however long it takes Empire to get to that bottom room.
But I really think these early Rogan movements, they're only worth it if you can take it ultra fast. This is kind of borderline, because yes, they do take it fast here, but it's still quite a long time invested out of a lot of people. Since you get, you get barely any experience at all compared to before. It's half experience at best. This early, actually less than half. So it's about the power of Aegis and being able to push, sure. But it's just, sometimes it's worth more taking the lanes and
I'm
pressuring.
kind of okay with it though, because like the Aegis on Qualifier is just that extra insurance for him too. Like Ira keeps doing his hunting thing, and Qualifier puts himself in positions where like mass TPs can come out from Empire to try and counter the push.
Yeah, I think this is like a fine case, but here I think if they were just, like 10 seconds slower on taking Roche there, for example, then I think they should not even have gone for it.
I'll say goodbye to the tier 1 tower. The Deso are over on Era. They can just force down these lanes, but Afterlife's already on the job. Pushing in the top lane, forcing towards the tier 2 tower. The mid lane's already up a fair way as well. This is just Maposhka actually waiting for a target to walk up the hill and just
most of his game
just doom him.
Being very patient. He's been standing around a lot, just waiting for these opportunities.
Blink. Oh, he saw Afterlife move. He's going to time walk down again. Start up the Chronosphere. Yep, so the neighborhood and the Sunstrike. Gale. Afterlife is most definitely dead. And Scandal tries to attack in towards the mid. Now, Maposhka's still got that sentry there, but Scandal has to win run. Era straight back into Invis. Now, where is that?
Wait, the stomp?
Yeah.
Stomp the ground.
That's what he did.
He messed up a little bit, but Era should still go down easily here.
Denial.
Swap out though?
Denial.
It's
a level 1 Doom. Era just keeps running. Does he live?
Yeah, he actually lives.
Wow,
Level
okay.
1 Doom, no damage.
And the IO died up on top lane while that was going on. So.
If he did not stomp the ground like 600 range away from the Clinks, then they could have done that. He just messed up his hotkeys and his Doom and his stomp hotkeys. Sad story.
He was waiting for a good minute for a target.
Yeah.
They were waiting a long time underneath that.
That's the thing. Like that's why I'm kind of giving him, some bashing here, because if you wait that long, it has to be crisp when you go.
Yeah. And that definitely wasn't crisp.
Yeah. Well, he changed now. He's a new man. He doesn't have stomp anymore. He's like, screw that. I have swiftness aura.
I have a clap.
Yeah. I mean, clap is good. Got some damage. Movement slow. Why not? It's attack speed aura.
Or you could just get Alpha Wolf to go with your Infernal Blade.
Yeah. Or just, once you have the mana to sustain it, just get that purge creep. Actually, the best creep in the game. It's so damn nice. 3-second cooldown. So nice and balanced.
Era. Afterlife's trying to cliff the Ancients.
Not even the cliff jungle is going well for this Furin. Everything is being punished.
Okay, so you've already got the blink on the Invoker with BTs. Next item. Is it Ags? Is the next turn to?
It's definitely Ags. I don't think there's any other item that you want at this stage. You have the defensive items, the Blink and the Yules can work both aggressively and defensively, of course.
So you can just go directly for like Ags and Octarine?
Yeah, because then you have enough levels on your spells to actually get massive impact, Everything just becomes more powerful. And the biggest reason for Ags, I think, you more quickly get the Tornado to a relevant point. Right now it's a level 1 Wex, and it's probably gonna stay level 1. As he gets his maxed out Exort, yep. And it just takes forever before a Tornado is useful if you don't somehow speed this up. That's why Midas is still good Invoker, get level advantage. Of course. Aghanim helps.
Real nice timing for Yapsaw. He gets a Blink Dagger 20 minutes into the game, but he's already got his level 11. So the level 2 Nova, guaranteed initiation. And remember, he's the sacrificial lamb. Like Like, he can't get the Malka wall because he's already got 1 kill to his name. Shame, shame, shame.
He messed up.
But yeah, that's it. You're out of TI. You're fine. Sorry, I memed. Well, I know. I'm trying not to, right?
Yeah.
But basically, like, Yapsaw is... he's the sacrifice. You jump in, you ulti, you hit 4 heroes or 5 heroes, and he's just gonna, like, say, you know what, my job is done.
Well, the most beautiful thing that Venomancer could do in this game is if he gets close to the Windrunner and manages to stop her. Because right now she has Blink, Maelstrom. Right, that's great damage, but if Venomancer gets on her, she needs to actually just run. So he, as a support, could right now get rid of a core in a team fight. So that's kind of the main thing. Of course, if you can get a big, massive poison ult on everyone, I mean, that's amazing. Well,
Empire is dodging.
yeah,
Like, the second Afterlife realized that push was coming to the bottom lane. He TP'd off the tier 2, but yeah, they're so slow compared to the Clinks.
way slow. And this is Yapsor looking for a way to set up here. They're TPing in more. Do they have glyph? They don't actually.
I want to watch Keizu's positioning.
Yeah.
Like, I love Yapsor's initiation, but also watching where Keizu moves.
Yeah, they do. They both have the blink daggers, so they could get pretty far in. They're looking for something now. Ramses using his Firefly here, but
They don't have Afterlife. Like, Afterlife with his Orchid is still, like, he's cliffing right now.
yeah, he's cliffing. It's like the Nature's Prophet tilts thing, you know. He's cliffing. Oh, you know it's bad.
Oh, it's safety. It's safety first, man. This is like 3 layers of protection.
Stay in the mountains. That's what he said.
This Prophet ain't getting no fungus.
Oh, I guess so. I wonder if he's gonna go straight into the Bloodthorn now after the Orchids. What he decides to go for here. Guess it works really well with the Windrunner in your team, but I don't love it. We'll see. It could be good.
You're just really skeptical because it costs so much, right?
I'm skeptical because there's so much you can get for that money. Yeah. We will see. I mean, if he does buy it, he's gonna be a 1000 HP Nature's Prophet that dies in like 3 hits from the Clinks. If he ever gets initiated upon.
Look at all this like little positioning from Aposka. He keeps finding himself next to like Radiant Sentry wads, waiting for someone to just magically appear. And it's like, I bet they're just waiting there to go, you know, now we Prophet TP and we relocate 2 in, and the Doom sets it all up. We find a kill and we just move on.
I don't know. He's so extremely underfarmed. I don't know. It's the same way we saw the Doom being played in the previous game. There's just a difference in how the Chinese games have played out with the Doom.
Did you think he's so far behind? Look at the IO. Like, the IO is level 7.5.
I mean, yeah.
Like, this is an IO who actually had to bypass boots.
Era did have his number though in the early game. He just, you know, found him and then he respawned, came out on a lane. He's like, well, you know, it's a new start, it's a brand new day, and then 2 arrows from Clinks and he's basically dead already.
You could be a Michael Bublé songwriter.
Yes, it is over. It's all over, Toby.
That wasn't one of his songs, I don't think.
It's all over, Toby. Depressing.
For a moment, I thought you can actually start doing corrupt lyrics.
No.
That's a good thing you didn't.
No lyrics, Toby. Only sadness now. So, looking over to Scandal, actually, we haven't talked too much about him. I mean, we mentioned he had his Blink and his Maelstrom, but he's kind of silently gone up to 3.3k gold here. And he's looking pretty done to go into his Aghanims.
How rare is it, like, when you have, like, any hero that Scandal plays, when he's on
Zero.
involved? 0 deaths, 0 kills, 0 assists. Like, 0 board-wise.
How long is it since I saw any mid player in any game, in any region of the world, in competitive Dota have that stat? I mean, this takes me back to some Merlini Medusa, dude. This is some, this is some passive stuff. I don't know. He's happily farming away, but it's a struggle.
I'll wait until the right time to strike.
I mean, him and Doom alike, right? He's waiting by farming. Doom is waiting by just sitting next to wards. He's waiting for a Clinks to make a mistake, but
it really is that, isn't it? Like, he
is.
Like, he's almost like an Akbar right now. He's prepping a trap.
Oh, look at.
Oh
look,
wait,
look,
Koi
he
sees him. Wow, trap counted. Sunstrike, Meteorite, Deafening Blast, and Stun. Incinerant really?
Stun the creeper.
Wow, oh, look at Clover pinged him out. He's just like, no. Stop taking my money, bro.
Yeah, Sin is stunning creeps, pretending that he messed up because he wants money.
He's
I see through it.
it's,
Sneaky
it's,
Dane.
it's Dota in a nutshell. I thought he was gonna get away.
Yeah, I thought he ran left. Then you deafening blasted him. I can actually hear Cinderin making up the excuses.
It's like it's just like, nah, sorry, bro. Like, but I played my best.
To the best of my potential. Nah, he made sure. That golem is not telling anyone about what happened there.
Oh,
So awkward. He stands around that corner, and Qualifier just takes the other side. And he's like, "Look at that! There's a Doom."
free gold on legs. This game is actually so hard for Empire to do this kind of stuff now because you get a Gemo from the Venomancer, and Yapsol's like a Venomancer is the king for getting rid of any kind of wards because he can put his plague wards up on top of hills. Now, ooh, that movement, Keizu, he can get a 3-man chrono here. It's only gonna be a 2-man, but Yapsol, it's a 5-man Nova. You're gonna have Ramses down so early on in this fight. Scandal wants to TP out. Now the Venomancer may have died, but now in comes Era. Scandal just has to run it off.
Yeah, he has to.
They're actually gonna live. King I gets back to base. He's ticking down, but not fast enough to die.
You can hear Yapso being a little bit upset about it. He's like, I got everyone and you can't punish them more, you know? You got a really good ulti. But in the end, I think no Diggity are fine with that. They're still going to be able to translate this into more control. Era is just running him everywhere on the enemy part of the map. And they get to farm up more on Kezu. He's going into what seems, I mean, it should be Mantle. He could go into Lincoln's if he wants to, but I really don't think Lincoln's first item is a thing.
Up against the
style makes more sense.
He's got a ring of health, man.
He does, but he's had that from the beginning. I don't think he's going back for Lincoln's.
I'll see what happens. Scandal gets a little bit of cold feet. And does not want to get wed to Qualifier.
I mean, suppose he is against a Batrider and a Doom, so he could definitely do it. It just feels awkward as a first item.
But does Manta make more sense, though?
Against the Fury and Orchid, I think so. And against the Shackle Shot.
Oh, Era. Pick him up, throw him away, relocate's coming in. Yapsor, nice gale, but Era, no way to survive for this one. Qualifier, well, with the TP forward, VS, Cinder is just, like, perfect down. That was securing a proper kill.
Yep. Getting a good kill there. And Scandal in a weird position here.
He's in an ice wall. He can't go anywhere. Yeah. Cinder is going to swap him back into the ice wall. He's got stun actually already thrown out. And now Maposhka goes after Cinder. And damn, that damage was quick after Focus Fire from Scandal came off.
Oh, yes. Yeah, he has all the damage output. Scandal is definitely the physical and, I guess, magical damage dealer with the Maelstrom as well.
I'm surprised Diggity committed so hard to that. Like, Chronosphere's only just come back off cooldown now. And they would have really wanted that before they fought. And with the Clinks down, obviously, there's no reason to keep fighting.
Yeah, the scary fight to take. I don't know. But that was a great pick, though, by...
Hang on. Did they do...
Batrider.
Oh, they lost the gem as well in that fight. That's actually more critical as well.
Wait,
so,
did they have that on the...
Yeah, they had it on the Venomancer. So Cinderin bought it and Venom was holding onto it. And now it's actually in the hands of the Batrider. That's really problematic for the Clinks.
That is actually a very big blow. That's a massive financial blow. And that's why buying gem this early in a game, it can be really detrimental if you don't have a great hero for it, like Night Stalker. Then I think you should just buy a lot of sentry wards.
The Venom was still good with it, and it's primarily probably to stop like the IO from setting up all the time.
It's good, but it's not insane, and it's just the risk of exactly this happening that makes me not always approve of it.
Nice power shot from Scandal to scout this out. Now IO does have relocate, but he's already on bottom lane. Maposhka is the one that's nowhere there, and that Roshan just died so quickly anyway. Yeah. And it is the Lincoln Sphere to protect up Clinks.
It is, yeah. He's got it.
So he's doing it for his team.
And Lincoln's could be the item as well for Clinks himself. He does have an ultimate orb. He could go Skadi if he wants to, which is an item that Era loves. But, I mean, multiple Lincoln Spheres against the Batrider and Doombringer, what's not to love? It's even going to be harder to land the Shackle Shots as well.
It would be nice.
Yeah.
But like, how viable is something like a Scythe? So Era can look for these solo picks, because he doesn't have a disable or control factor yet.
I mean, right now it's more likely he's going to go for Hex than Lincoln's. It's just that it's a possible option. But I think he needs the disable as well. Because right now there are so many people who can just jump away, blink away, you know.
But actually gonna have two of them too. Because Quoth is also, like, he's also walking around, like, everyone's got ultimate orbs right now.
Get all of them, dude. Man, Synderen is getting some farm in this game. He's got that ether lens and the point booster.
This is actually different to the normal Synderen build on a VS. Normally it goes for treads into one singular bracer, and then goes for the straight axe.
Right.
In this case, he actually has the ether lens, and that's probably a response to the fact he's up against a Batrider.
Oh, they got him with the scan there. Empire scanning out the smoke gang in their own jungle.
Look at Afterlife.
Beautiful.
Dire's middle tower
You scan a smoke gank in your own jungle and you TP to bottom lane to push it out, realizing that obviously no Diggity have wasted their time and they're going to rotate back to mid.
Yeah.
So he instantly applies pressure to the bottom lane, while Empire already have the top lane pushing out. And Scandal's ready to attack that tier 3 tower if no Diggity don't get back in time.
They just don't have any idea where No Diggity went after that smoke. They haven't shown up anywhere with anyone. So it's just really hard right now for Empire to predict.
It's Clink's Lincoln's.
Scandal. He does not have, yeah,
Ships in the night.
Lincoln's.
Syndren's not going to see anything. Look at Ramsey's position too. Like, their Firefly is starting to wear off. And King R's there in case something goes wrong.
It's time to back out from that. Look at the deep wards right now, though, by No Diggity. After that smoke in, I mean, that's the true purpose of the smoke. If you find a kill, sure, that's great. But those 2 wards they planted, oh, those are so nice. You just see exactly when the enemy leave their base.
They're not really the standard wards either.
I mean,
it's
the
kind of-
lower one is not. The other one is sort of standard at this time, 32 minutes. You have to be mindful about it. But the lower one is very unlikely to get
It's actually funny because Synderen doesn't normally place it there. Synderen actually normally places it just a little bit further, like up in the lane, like in this area right here, just out of range of the mid tower.
Yeah, but
That's in the later game when you don't just sentry this area.
the downside is you don't get any control of the jungle area, and there's so many heroes that should be using the jungle, like Furion, Doom, even Windrunner flash farming it, you know. Okay,
That makes sense.
Batrider played a little bit aggressive bottom, but
Dire's
nothing
bottom
really to
tower
come out of
is
that.
under attack.
He's just saying hi to Invoker, and after that, heading into jungle.
Oh, Coif is so defensive for a guy who's got a Lincoln Sphere on him. Like, okay, so you actually have triple Lincoln
They have
Spheres.
3 Lincoln Spheres. They're going for the all-in Lincoln Sphere counter to make Doom and Windrunner and Batrider really struggle. And there's not a good answer right now. I mean, there's actually not. I think we could look at a very, very hard itemization win here by No Diggity. Sure, you don't have the Hex to lock down the enemy, but if they cannot Doom you, if they cannot Batrider grab you, how do they ever win a fight against you?
Don't know.
Don't know. I don't know either, Toby.
Raw DPS from Scandal.
Raw, pure CIS damage.
And a win on positioning, even a win on trade.
Sure.
Then I would back him. But now they're coming over, so all 3 Lincolns are done. They have a fresh gem, which was picked up, actually bought by Yapstore, but it's being held on to by Keizu.
Yeah.
So we keep this in mind that it's Faceless Void who's currently carrying.
Yeah. Also, I did get one of the D wards there, of Snideren's sneaky wards, but he planted a new one on the mid lane.
Yeah, this was a little bit further up.
And I think Empire are looking to defend this. They want to at least, but I don't think they can. If they saw all the items right now and the Aegis, I think they realize they can't. So they're kind of wasting time just sitting around like this. There's no real trade for it.
I'm waiting for the Blink Dagger in for the Doom. He triggers Era's Lincoln Spear and then Keizu instantly gives him the shield.
Yeah.
Like that was, I think that's kind of like the mindset of the play. Well, Afterlife.
The best part is also that you can use multiple Lincolns on the same target, and that's gonna trigger one after another. So you could just put all the Lincoln Spheres on, let's say, Clinks and let him go to town. So that's an evil thing. One team notorious for doing it in the past was Alliance.
I found Ramses. The gem, though, however, it's revealing the Invoker. Now,
Yeah.
Maposhka's in the neighborhood, but
He's
Ramses, he's going to have a crack at this. The swap's going to come from Synderen. The relocate's on the way, but Yaptor, a perfect Nova. Synderen may die, but the Chronosphere over on 3 as well. They have to stand here and take the damage because Era's pumping it from the sides. It's a triple kill for Era, making an ultra kill, plus the recovery of the gem.
What a time to have a DD rune and be around. Oh god. I mean, they just get impatient.
Wait, Kuiper's going for more.
Yeah, he is looking for more.
Wait, hang on, we're not casting on Chinese servers. Now Afterlife gonna get burned up by the meteorite. The cold snap as well. Need a little bit more help to make this
He has
work.
the Yule's fair. Yule's.
Actually, no, he's got enough. Oh, juke it!
Oh,
Kuiper! Oh, the blink!
What?
Afterlife! TP yard! Stay in the trees until you can retreat the trees! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy!
Afterlife just juking it out completely. I mean, he even had a Yule Scepter available, and the Invoker just didn't think he would need it.
He couldn't find him.
Yeah. I mean,
he
when
lost
he
him
realized,
with the trees.
when he realized that he was gonna get juked, it was too late. Afterlife was already far away, dude.
Oh boy.
Oh man, that was a beautiful juke. I love it.
And it was. Keeps himself alive. With the Aghanim Scepter as well up for the Nature's Prophet, it's going to keep all these side lanes pressured. So no Diggity need to have an answer to the split push. Like, they got a whole bunch of Lincoln Spheres. The BTs of Qualifier is like kind of making it so he's the only one that can push out one lane and then join the rest of his team.
Right. Yeah. Sure. But they also have Clinks who's so fast. He can also sneak across the map very quickly. So I mean, it's like you're rocking a haste. You could join from anywhere.
Looks like it's also it's a Monkey King bar build for the Clinks, so no surprise up against the Wind Ranger.
Yeah. That way you don't need to go for a Hex, you just have the solution if he's wind running. And everyone else you basically don't worry about. If you shut down Scandal at this point, I mean, you've countered the rest with the items. Scandal is he's the hope for Empire right now.
I just love the blink that comes out from Scandal. I'm going to blink forward aggressively because I got an Radiant Observer Ward that sees a lot of things. Oh, wait, no. In the middle of 2 Plague Wards, can't go anywhere else.
Yeah, well, that's how it goes.
Well, that's a nice rune for a King out to grab. Well, okay. Yep. Regeneration.
Yeah, he has the bottle up. He's ready. Bottom lane, Clinks.
He's still just desperately hunting for an easy pick.
Oh, the gem though. He sees him.
Yeah, Ramsey
Really
sees.
close.
He's gonna lasso. Yep, triggered Lincoln Spear. Managed to make it work. That 4-star doing the first bit of it. Now Era tries to outrun him, but it will not happen. In comes Afterlife, and then just one hit to the face.
Yeah, that was very nice. Kind of opportunistic as well. Batrider just like, oh, I happen to be here. I happen to be ready.
What a really good time as well. Roshan spawns up in 20 seconds, and it's still another minute until Clinks is going to be alive again.
Yeah,
It's only if Empire scouted out, however.
I mean, I'm feeling the Clinks Lincoln Sphere build, but only if they really manage to force 5v5 fights, right? Because when you're running alone, I mean, you can still get caught by the Batrider. He does have the Force Staff. If he's Shadowblade and next to you, he's gonna still find you, kill you.
Are they actually going to do like a 4 Lincoln Sphere build now?
Yeah, probably. I don't reckon that it's gonna be anything else coming out from this Veno. I mean, you could go Lotus Orb as well, but why? Why would you do that? Just go Lincoln.
Now there's... Well, there'll be a couple of reasons why, but it's not really required.
Well, if you're already owning every spell that the enemy is casting, why
Yeah,
not just
Lotus
keep
won't do
owning
as
them?
much.
Yeah.
Alright, so no Diggity now aware that Roshan is alive. Empire not able to capitalize on the time when Clinks is down.
I mean, you could Lincoln's block and Lotus Orb proc the same spell. That's just you don't get to cast it. Besides, take it back actually. That would be rude. Very rude. I like the split pushing though from Empire. Even though they're behind and, you know, struggling right now, they are being pretty proactive with their positionings.
Oh, no Diggity. They were looking to go into Roshan, but instead, with the Dire Observer Ward, it scouted the fact that King R is sitting just behind Scandal. So they want to get the quick pick. Alacrity on the Clinks. There is a Ghost Scepter, however, which wasn't expended. He actually didn't use his Ghost Scepter, which means the follow-up Chronosphere into Scandal makes for an easy double kill of the Clinks, and they're going to grab Roshan just as quick.
You know, he killed off Windrunner from half HP with 1 hit, because Alacrity and Wave of Terror and the Vengeful Aura. Yeah, that was dirty.
Brutal. And this is now Aegis and Cheese coming the way of no Diggity.
Third Roche? Indeed.
Era will take the Aegis. Funny enough, he leaves the Soul Ring on the ground. I'm assuming that's because he's got the Monkey King buff. Like, sells the Soul Ring, picks up the rest of the MKB. Keizu picked up in the bottom lane with the Orchid. Cinderin swaps him out straight away, but with the blink down, Half-Life keeps chase going. Keizu, he'll actually go down thanks to the Orchid.
Yep.
But really, the cost is still at Batrider.
Yeah, and the gem that Batrider dropped.
Afterlife.
And now a gem being sort of salvaged by King R,
King
but
R! 9 HP!
King R?
He lived on 4 before. Nah, he's popping.
Oh, no King R.
Hang on, that was their first gem. That means there's actually 3 gems that currently belong to no Diggity. Yeah, they got 1 back in base at the moment.
Oh wow, really?
Yep.
That's not good.
That gem was bought by the Bat Rider after the bottom fight.
Right.
Alright, Afterlife does actually go in for the Bloodthorn.
Yep. After the Hex. So he decided to go for a disable first, and now back for this.
He's actually got so much net worth. I didn't really think he had that much, like 23k.
Oh, he's really farmed. He's very farmed. And you do get really farmed on Nature's Prophet in this patch in general. It's just the way it works. If you play normal Nature's Prophet, you'll be there to get the Bloodthorn.
How long has Cinderin just been like a little bit away from his Active Scepter?
I mean,
He could.
he's really close though.
Maybe he sells the cheese, gets a little bit of extra
Sell
money.
it, dude.
Sell it.
Cinderin.
Sell the cheese, get the Ags, bro.
Sell it. Your team won't notice. Say you used it in a team fight.
You don't need it for a team fight anyway.
Yeah.
Like, hey, why would you use a cheese when you can have a second life with all your abilities again?
Yeah. I mean,
That's better than cheese.
two Cinderins?
They're better than 1.
Much better than 1.
Double the death.
I mean, that way, even if he does feed,
Oh, Maposhka. Oh, the Gale's gonna miss, but the Cold Snap, he can't get anything off. That's no buyback for 55 seconds and a nice pick.
I mean, Kokwa is a mean invoker, and he has not died a single time in this
Afterlife. He sees Era. He's calling for a little bit of help, I think. With the Blink to Hex and with the Thorn. Era, too quick on the Invis.
game. I mean, yeah. He
No.
would need to click the Bloodthorn and the Hex before he gets the Invis off, though. That's kind of hard.
And even if you do get it, all you burn is the Aegis.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be hard. So, game keeps going.
Is that 4?
Similarly to...
4th Lincoln's is done.
Is this the Venom Lincoln?
Yeah.
Alright.
He's actually flying out the Gem of True Sight as well. Like, they've still got one over on
they're just
on the Void.
For...
They shouldn't leave that on the courier.
Yeah,
Because moments like this, right?
Oh.
He's just like,
Why
wait,
not,
mine,
Toby?
mine.
Yeah, he's like, there's a gem on that card.
Yeah, there is.
Kind of want it. It's fading him.
Wait, they're coming back for him. Keizu!
Kezu. No one saw it.
Missed him by that much.
It's fine.
If we actually managed to get that off, like the buyback, I don't think it's available. Is it a buy? Yeah, it's not available on the Bat Rider.
I mean,
So you would have lost the primary initiator from Empire.
I mean, I like what Empire are doing now. They're immediately smoking up. But look at it this way: if you're no Diggity, you should try for that chrono, right? You don't know how long he is on TP, so just try for it. Hope that it works. You're so far ahead that you should be fine, even if you have a little bit of moment.
That
That's
Observer
the
and
chrono.
Sentry just scouted out
Oh,
Qualifier on the bot lane.
true.
They've got Dust over on Maposhka, but that's the only reveal they have.
But his spider senses.
Yeah. He was already tingling because he was looking for the Prophet. Qualifier saw the Sprout, and he was having a bit of a problem with Squids.
He was not tingling enough. He dead.
And this actually, with Creep Wave right behind him, that's
Should
going to
be
be
a
a
tower.
tier 2 tower.
81 seconds as well on this invoker. That's a long time.
They can force the buyback on him. I don't think he's going to be too sad about expending it. Like, you've already got most of the major items he's searching for.
Yeah, but
It's obviously not great.
the thing is they need the chrono first, and then buyback is, you know, maybe an option.
Uh-huh. Well, they're going to lose more towers as well. They're tier 2 tower. They're actually battling the backdoor regeneration on this tower at the moment, but they have enough damage, so it's fine.
Yeah, they got it eventually. Syndron? Man, Empire clawing their way back.
Don't die, Cinderin. 300 gold to Ags.
Yeah. Sell it.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Speaking of Ags, like, because Yabso went for this, like, I don't know about getting like 4 Lincoln Spheres out when Yabso could have had an Aghanims Nova.
The more, the merrier, Toby. Lincoln's is an item that very much like Blink Dagger gets better and better the more of them you have.
Oh, go away, Ramses.
There we go. I mean,
He can Shadow Blade now, but yeah, obviously you still got the gem there. So
yeah.
the Bat Rider's down. Venomancer gets the kill.
He actually did bring him down on his own as well. I mean, basically. He could have solo killed it, but then you had a Yapsor coming in.
Right.
So, I mean, all eyes are on Syndron right now, because Not because of the Aghanims. We're just waiting for when will Synderen get his Lincolns. Because he has to. The rest of the team did it. Just like, poof.
He is Aghanims and then maneuverability. That's
Yeah.
kind of what I want to see from him. Like, I don't care if it's like 4 staffs, blink daggers, whatever.
Sure. I mean, that sounds fine as well. I love to see the Vengeful Illusion at work, by the way. It's just so damn strong. You die to the enemy, you apply the negative aura, so the enemy has minus aura, you have your illusion up, which does carry the positive aura for your team, and you still do spells. It's just, you impact the fight so much, in fact. At least in games where there's a lot of physical damage, like in this.
The perfect offset. Quoth is getting more and more money as time goes by as well.
Well, that's every single game with Kokyo in it.
That's true.
I don't think I've ever seen him, struggle to find money. Mummy.
Freudian slip. Different type of slip. Sakurai is now done over on the Nature's Prophet as well. He actually buys a fresh gem for his team too. Probably going to get ourselves to a point where we got to watch these buybacks from all the players. Like almost everyone's like under 1,000 like gold to get a buyback.
Right.
So everything's pretty close. Because like who even wants to start the initiation? Like Diggity moving over, they get like 1 hero pick off with the Chronosphere. Brilliant, it's about right up. And then you get split pushed.
Yeah. Well, I think Diggity could start a fight if it's by putting some Lincolns on Era and sending him in first, and then fighting from there. But I don't think they could start to fight by just chronoing one if they're close to the enemy base. If they're close to their own base, that's different, because easy to reinforce. We'll see how it goes here, though. They are smoking, definitely. They look like they want to smoke right now.
Both teams actually just scanned looking for smoked up heroes.
Yeah, at least
They didn't find it.
they are hugging a lot. They actually don't have a smoke. They're just very huggy today.
Maposhka keeps
Diggity.
doing this again, like up with the tree line, over
He spent
on the
half the
side.
game doing this.
He really has.
It feels really sad to watch.
I think like once it paid off.
Yeah, but a few times it paid the enemy. Turn a corner and you're like, oh look over there. There's my boy doing.
Yeah, that quite for the moment. Quoth is actually making his move now down the bottom lane, scanneling
Quite
King R.
going.
Oh, that Aghanims Deafening Blast goes right on top of Scandal, but the relocate out from King R.
Okay,
Okay, is this a 3-second TP?
can he do it? Yeah,
Wait
3
for it.
seconds.
7, 6, 5, 4,
No.
3.
He doesn't even try. He accepts his fate.
Why accept when you can escape?
Dude, it's 50 gold to try it. You should really do it. It's not hard. I mean, I've never failed at it.
Why can do it, obviously anyone can do it.
I mean, if you call yourself a Wisp player, you should be able to do it.
Everyone's got a 7k level, like... Are you 7 or are you 8 now?
I'm 8.
You're 8k. No.
I mean...
Waga, soon replacing Miracle. Nice catch out, Ramses.
Not
Coinfa,
even 9K. I
into
can't
the
replace
tornado. That tornado's going to keep chasing, but Ramses goes invis. Coinfa does not have detection on him. So he's going to give up the chase.
Kokyo is really turning up the heat, though. Like, he's playing much more aggressive now than he did before he died. I think he realizes that the enemy team are also looking for ganks. If I just keep farming, I don't have big item to farm for, first of all. I could get the refresher right now, but it's much better if he just puts on the aggression, finds the enemy, and, Invoker has a lot of impact at this point. Level 23, that's some big spells.
So would you actually just sell the Yield Scepter to pick up the refresher?
I think so. I mean, you could go Hex as well, if you wanna. There's 2 different builds.
But if you go for the Hex, normally you want to have the refresher with that, because then like, it should double size.
But then you can't have Blink or Octarine or Lincolns. Like, you have items that you're...
Oh! Okay, double damage here is painful. He can't blink though. And the tether's coming in from King R.
Yeah, he's happy to be alive after that.
That Yield Scepter, if it wasn't for that, he would be dead right now. That second hit would have killed him.
Yeah.
Or at least brought him very, very close. Because he has to back up, they still make the most out of the double damage rune. And Roshan, well, it was really nice knowing you.
It's a good thing. Ramses has a fresh new keyboard, quick reactions and all of that. That's good.
Never forget.
Never forget.
Never forget, never forgive.
I'm sure he's forgiven. He looks like a kind person.
Alright. Looks like VS is going to be carrying The Yule Scepter of Qualifier for the moment. Primarily because Qualifier got the fresh Aegis, the Immortal.
I mean, he honestly doesn't need the Yules anymore. He's not using it in many of these fights. Only to kind of save himself, but he doesn't need to do this. And now with the Aegis, he's gonna be even more aggressive than he was before. So, looking for it. He knows that they're sitting in along the tree line, and he's correct. They are.
Yeah.
If he had the bird's eye view that we have, he would know how much correct he is.
Only he know.
All game long, there's been someone hugging the tree line along the edge of the map.
I'm wondering in game number 2, like if they check the replay in between the games, if they just like let me like next time we put an observer ward, like you put like the Tinker wards down.
Yeah, Tinker wards would actually work in this game so well. Okay, they're doing a little smoke rotation here. Sadly, no one is in Radiant Jungle, but
Scandal's damage output is really starting to increase, but it's that Prophet who has 32,000 net worth.
yeah,
He's got another 6.6k gold.
he could even switch out the face boots. You don't need boots on Furion,
You know what?
especially if you have Blink.
You know what you could go, and you go for more of a combat kind of style, but you still get the movement speed from it. You can go the Butterfly Prophet.
Oh my god, I'm not liking that idea. What, against the MKB Klings? Let me just counter you with my Butterfly, because I flutter. And look at all my shiny armor.
It's all about the movement speed, bro.
Yeah, that sounds like a strat.
It is the worst idea you could possibly bring up at this point. And hence, I fulfill my role as this
As
caster.
soon as you just mention that, you know someone's gonna do it. That's the sad part.
I'm gonna laugh my ass off if he doesn't know. He buys Moonshot.
Yeah.
And,
Had a lot of experience films. He
Wait.
gave them to Wisp. Look, Wisp is gonna get... There we go.
boom, 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 boom.
All that experience. What a bro.
Love it.
That's the kind of Furions I want in my game. Not
Goodbye,
that...
Maposhka.
Oh boy.
He's gonna blink for the trees right now, but he won't be able to make it. No.
I mean... He tried for the slide and TP, but...
Hey, he's tried to go to that tree line multiple times, and that's just another, like, that's the first time it's been picked up going to the tree line.
Yeah.
Era's a little exposed here. I think that's what Ramsey is banking on.
It is.
With the Shadow Blade, he gets really, really close.
But Synderen is there.
Yeah, which means like Lasco is never going to work for him. And now he actually reveals himself underneath the Dire Obs.
Yeah.
Actually, with the Firefly, he's going to find Qualifier instead, and yeah, he does not want that fight.
Definitely not. I mean, there's nothing to gain from fighting this Invoker right now. You just need to dodge him at all costs.
What is it with us today, Waga? We keep having these games which stretch like close, if not longer than an hour.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward actually. But I mean, the patch did incentivize, or not incentivize, but it did kind of promote the longer games with the aura on the tier 2 towers. I mean, all the towers actually. But that, along with some changes to which heroes are strong, favoring Agi and late game carries a little bit more. And, you know, big fat heroes like strength heroes. I don't know.
Here comes no Diggity. Hero opens up in the mid tower. He actually used his strafe straight away, so didn't try and bait out the Team Empire fortification before he attacked.
Not too
but they
Lincolns on him.
just Lincolns him up. Right, there's no point adding multiple shields though, because they both trigger at the same time.
They do not.
Really? They changed that back?
They never did. That was
Okay.
a false rumor spread by noobs.
Oh, the Chronosphere! Scatter caught out, but up with a relocate! Pulls him out, Kazu's Chrono does nothing as she gets caught inside of Prophet's Route, but that damage from Era is still so high, with Yapstor getting the Nova off Era. He doesn't have the Aegis Immortal, but he's got Qualifier. Why do you need an Aegis when you've caught yourself an Invoker of that level?
Yeah, it's basically Ravage going in, you know?
Has fallen.
Good old Ravage. 2 buybacks and they...
Oh, they go
Wow.
again.
Okay, the
This,
swap.
it's the Synderen illusion.
Yep.
Like, Synderen is dead, but he's still getting the swap initiation off.
Stand
King
right.
Arth's Ghosted to bought him the time. It's a triple kill right now for Qualifier. And they're going to find more. Sunstrike pretty much on target with the Cold Snap. Half-Life can't get away. The Tornado will pick him up, and as he hits the ground, he'll actually die. An ultra kill for Qualifier. They just keep going for
Going
more
for more.
and more. It's an ultra kill. Where's your Rampage? They're buying back to give him the opportunity for it.
Give this man a rampage.
He's still got the Aegis. Like, Qualifier still got the Aegis. The second he can jump, he can go for it. You're lacquering up Era. There's your EMP to burn out Scandal. You're taking out 2 lanes of Fraxes and just going to go for the GG push. The tier 3 towers up on top, so they can't force the Megas, but they do force out the GG. So we won't hit the hour, but we'll come very close to 55.
Yeah. 1-0 between Diggity and Empire. And a really solid performance all game long by No Diggity. That looked good from laning phase to mid-game rotations. Just looked like they read Empire really well. And Empire, I don't know, they had some big time investments on their Doom, on their Nature's Prophet, where they just looked like they were, you know, trying to find something that never worked.
And what a game.
I think that was a low